All right, guys, we resumed recording when the bell rang, so hopefully you can sync that up. Right now, what we are seeing is the crowd and the nameplates here. Hiroshi, Tenzan, Gallows. We just got a glimpse of Tenzan in the ring. Now they're circling each other, and they're about to lock up right now, and they locked up. Okay, John, what do you think?
I mean, Tenzan and Gallows, this is our first G1 Climax tournament matchup. I mean, you and I kind of broke it down. I mean, Tenzan is the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Gallows, the IWGP Tag Team Champion, or one half of, I should say. I think this is such a big match for Gallows. I mean, I said earlier during one of the Bullet Club's tag team matches, this is going to be a very curious tournament for the Bullet Club. I mean, and I'm not saying it's been a problem for them in the past, but we got to be honest that AJ is kind of the epicenter of the group, and this tournament could be the way that a Doc Gallows or a Carl Anderson or a Bad Luck Fale or a Yujiro Takahashi can really stand out in their own spotlight, and I think that may be all the motivation that Doc Gallows needs.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like Gallows has the a power advantage, but I'm guessing Tenzan has more experience. He has that veteran instinct, and he might have a speed advantage, but I don't know because Tenzan's up there in age too.
Yeah, look at that, just driving the fist as Gallows into Tenzan.
Yeah. And I do respect the hell out of Hiroshi Tenzan. It's awesome to see him still working after as long as he's been in this business. But the one piece of advice this dude needs to take, even if it has to be from Doc Gallows, it's to change his freaking hair.
You have had such a problem with Tenzan's hair. I mean, I first
Tenzan
heard.
would look so much cooler bald than he does right now.
Oh man, and now those Mongolian chops
I
by
love the
Tenzan.
Mongolian chops.
And now, oh, Doc Gallows though responds with a kick.
Big boot. Oh no, that wasn't even a boot. That was a super kick.
Now look at Doc Gallows using every little bit he can to
Oh,
gain advantage.
choking Tenzan with the tag rope. It looks like.
Yeah, now the ref kind of admonishing Doc Gallows. Doc Gallows does not give a damn. I mean, as it says on his pants, future legend, and he could certainly make that moniker apropos if he can get the win here in the first tournament matchup of G1 Climax.
Yeah. How can you
Rem-
read his trunks from here?
I mean, remember,
Oh, there, now I see it. Okay.
remember the winner gets a world title opportunity. And can you imagine again? I mean, the dynamic of the Bullet Club. AJ's always kind of monopolized that picture, but can you imagine Doc Gallows going for that world championship or a Carl Anderson? I mean, I'm telling you, that's probably one of the most intriguing elements to me as an observer of really my very first G1 Climax tournament. And you see now Doc Gallows there, boot there, right to Tenzan. Making keeping him grounded on the foot, right on the throat, and using the ropes to gain leverage.
Yeah, I mean, you did say the winner, but to me, winning this tournament might be the most difficult thing to do in pro wrestling today because you legitimately need to be the best. It's not like a typical single elimination tournament where all you need to do is get lucky a few times and you can be in the finals. You need to win more matches against the same opponents than everyone else in your block. That's just to make the finals. And then you need to face the guy that did the same thing in the other block and hope to beat him as well. This is the most grueling tournament in the world of wrestling today and possibly ever.
And that's why it's. I mean, I don't even really know how you prepare for something like that. I mean, because you face
I'll tell you
such a
how you
variety
prepare
of
for something
opponents.
like that. Endurance training.
Yeah, that's probably one of the best pieces of advice in all sincerity, because it's one thing to specifically game plan for each guy, but if you can't go to distance personally, if you gas out too early, I mean, I don't care who your opposition is. It could be Doink the freaking clown for all we know, and it'd pick you apart.
Brooklyn
So,
Brawler.
Brooklyn Brawler, yeah.
Captain New Japan.
Yeah, Captain New Japan. I mean, let's keep it relevant, right? Captain New Japan, certainly. As you see now, Doc Gallows just keeping Tenzan grounded. Realizes the most dangerous thing. I mean, really, you could say this about any opponent, but I'm sure especially the guy the size and ability of Tenzan is to have them regain that vertical base.
Doc Gallows, one of the best big men in the business today, I would argue.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's cultured in the sense that he's wrestled all over the world. We do remember him as Luke Gallows and Festus before that in WWE. And I'll tell you, even with a gimmick as ridiculous as Festus, I remember his two bouts with Vladimir Kozlov and The Undertaker, where he really showed just how proficient a big man he really is.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the better big men I had seen, in the WWE.
I think just as far as the ability to move and look and be athletic while you're doing it, I would argue that Doc Gallows might be the best big man in the wrestling business since Kane.
I would certainly agree with that sentiment, and even for those who don't agree, I think it's definitely something that you'd have to probably debate a bit more intensely than other claims, because Doc Gallows I think is just so well rounded as a big man.
Yeah.
Nothing but respect from this side of the table. And Tenzan, I mean, just has not really been able to mount any kind of an offensive.
Yeah.
I don't know
Gallows
if
has really prevented him from getting out of the gate at all. Although it looks
I,
like he might be giving Tenzan an opening here. Yep. He went for the elbow drop and missed. This is Tenzan's big opening.
never good for a big man like Gallows to really leave his comfort zone just to gain some kind of an advantage. And again, we return to the Mongolian chops of Tenzan.
2,
Gallows
3,
staggering.
headbutt.
Kick in the gut. In the corner now. Irish whip. Gallows reverses. Oh, wow. Sends Tenzan right into the bottom rope.
Brutal.
Tenzan, man. I don't know. He may be sputtering here. He may be running on fumes. Let's see if Gallows can capitalize. But look at him using his head. Tenzan using every part of his body to stay in this thing. It's like, what a suplex there by Tenzan.
Fisherman suplex, it looked like.
I didn't see him hook the leg, but I'll take your word for it. Probably a
Yeah, it
fisherman
looked
by
like he
Tenzan.
hooked the leg with the right arm.
Okay, I must have missed that. So good catch on your part. And now Tenzan shoots off the ropes. And Gallows, what a bicycle kick by Gallows. And now
Great
telling
bicycle kick.
Tenzan
And
to
the
suck
suck it. And, oh, Tenzan with the spinning heel kick.
Beautiful. Hooks the leg of Gallows, and Gallows, though, quickly kicking out there. Tenzan, I mean, again, his credibility comes from the fact that he is the NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
I mean,
Gallows,
as amazing as it is that he won that title and that title's history, it really hasn't been the most prestigious of titles for the last few years.
no, certainly not. In fact, I was even getting ready to say, I do believe if we're talking 2015, there's more prestige on Gallows' end being a member of Bullet Club. Hooks the leg of Tenzan here. Tenzan kicks out.
Not only a member of Bullet Club, but one half of the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions.
Exactly.
What does Gallows have hanging out of his mouth?
I think that's his face paint, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
I think it's his face paint, but it's definitely kind of wearing off as this match progresses and intensifies.
Yeah, it's starting to pick up a little bit. I think it all kind of started picking up when Gallows hit that bicycle kick. That kind of sent this match into a second gear.
I certainly agree.
Oh, big powerbomb it looked like there from Gallows.
Tenzan, though, still able to stay in it. Gallows, man, he's got to stay on him.
Yeah, well, that's the kind of advice that you could give to anyone in this tournament. Just do not let up on your opponents.
Oh, now look at Tenzan here with the Anaconda Vice.
Didn't he get... I think this is how he won the NWA World title from Rob Conway.
You might be right. I mean, I know Conway did tap out, but I thought that Tharp, kind of provided the distraction for Conway. But look at Gallows there using that power to kind of fight through it.
Yeah, just completely changed up the leverage of the move.
Oh, but then Tenzan there making the shift, and then goes into the cover. That's interesting strategy by Tenzan. I don't know if I would have broken the hold. I would have tried to keep it in if I was Tenzan, but...
I don't know if he did break the hold. It looked almost like he kept the hold in, and then Gallows kicking out both broke up the pin and the hold at the same time.
Well, now you see Tenzan kind of switching into a Cobra clutch here.
Yeah.
And Gallows taps!
Wow! Gallows taps to the freaking Cobra clutch. What is the deal with Tenzan and snake moves?
I don't know, man.
The Anaconda Vice and then the Cobra clutch.
It gets the win. I mean, I mean, really, again, all the respect in the world to Gallows. I don't mean any disrespect, but what an embarrassing way to start the G1 Climax tournament for the Bullet Club, a submission loss.
See, now, I disagree with that. I don't think that submissions are nearly as embarrassing as you make them seem. I mean, Brock Lesnar has tapped out before. Conor McGregor, the biggest badass in UFC right now, has still had a tap out loss or two in his history. It's not like tapping out is this big stigma thing anymore. I think that it's gotten very, very destigmatized.
Well, I mean, if you want to go the Kevin Owens route and call it self-preservation, that's one thing. And maybe for Gallows that works here. I mean, he's got so many other matches in his block.
Yep.
I mean, Gallows may have just decided, hey, it's not my hill to die on. I'm going to live to fight another day. And
Yep,
so,
exactly.
Tenzan continues to build momentum.
He loses this one match, but if he wouldn't have tapped out, maybe he thinks that it would have cost him more matches in the tournament as it goes on.
So maybe this was a strategic loss on the part of Gallows. That remains to be seen. We'll see how he performs in the remainder of his portion of the tournament.
Absolutely. This has been a very, very entertaining tournament so far, though. I've enjoyed it quite a bit, and this was actually the first actual match in the tournament, and I would say it lived up to expectations. I didn't have exceptionally high expectations for this match just because of nobody really exceptional being involved that I'm personally really into, but it was still a really solid match, good psychology, told a good story, and as disappointed as I am that Tenzan got the submission victory, at the end of the day, there are so many more matches in this tournament that this isn't necessarily the last page in Doc Gallows' book.
Certainly not. I mean, that's the beauty of the G1 Climax, this round-robin style, is that you're going to see plenty more of Doc Gallows, and he may just mount a comeback.
From what I understand, another match that we'll have tonight is Togi Makabe taking on Toru Yano.
Going to be very interesting.
Oh, man, that match is going to be ridiculous.
I mean, Togi...
Oh, that's right now, actually. That's right now. Look at that.
Toru Yano, who I became a fan of because apparently, just embarrassed Tanahashi with all these roll-up victories over him.
Yeah.
So.
Do we think he's going to do the same thing here to Makabe? Because I kind of doubt Makabe will stand up for any of Toru Yano's shit.
Look, Makabe, for those who don't know who Makabe is, he's the guy that took the fight to Tomohiro Ishii at Wrestle Kingdom 9. So, no, he's not going to put up with Toru Yano's shit.
I feel like Makabe might actually even be the current never open weight champion, too. I think he actually got that title from Ishii.
Okay. See, that's why I'm glad that you're here, because I know you're more abreast in the current state of New Japan Pro Wrestling than I am. So, yeah, it makes perfect sense to me that Makabe would be the never open weight champion. The guy, he's a stud. Again, took the fight to Ishii at Wrestle Kingdom 9. And now Toru Yano.
The only thing that makes Toru Yano happier than winning a match over Hiroshi Tanahashi with a cheap roll-up is selling DVDs.
Oh, man. Yeah, look at him trying to hug it. Yeah, Chaos. What else we got? Oh, nice.
Shill those DVDs!
Hey, I prefer that over John Cena shilling a towel, I'll tell you that right now.
I wonder how many of those things he sold.
What, are we talking about the towel or the DVDs?
I don't know if you've heard, but apparently Kevin Owens has now lost 2 consecutive matches to Cena because when Owens beat Cena the first time, Cena's merch sales took a drop.
I did hear that that's why Cena was going to get his win back the next time around. But Battleground was a bit up in the air, and of course that got resolved last night. But here comes Makabe.
Makabe, ageless, man. I mean, I feel like he's looked like he's 50 years old since he was 25.
Oh,
yep, he
man.
is right there. You can see the never open weight champion around his waist.
And certainly well deserved. You're not going to hear any complaints out of me. As much as I respect Ishii and as much of a fan as I am of Ishii, Makabe is certainly a worthy title holder.
Yeah. He is.
And, look at Toru Yano with the disrespect right out of the gate.
Is anyone surprised?
Certainly not, but I think Makabe is going to teach Toru Yano respect. He was just laughing at Makabe. And Makabe, man. I think he's going to be ready to dole out an ass whooping here to Toru Yano. But Toru Yano, though, I mean, I haven't seen much of him. I mean, I've heard the stories, and I saw one tag match he was in with you. But he just seems like a really crafty son of a gun. Here's a roll-up right out of the gate! And wow! That was closer than I'd like to admit right out of there. Yeah. Oh, man. Now let's see if Makabe can reel this match in. Shoulder block there to Toru Yano. But what I was getting ready to say there before Yano got that surprise off, he just seems like one of those wily sons of a guns. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he pulls out as many dirty tactics as he possibly can, all for the sake of winning.
His craftiness, his shrewdness.
I feel like Toru Yano is kind of like my spirit animal because he does exactly what I would do if I was a pro wrestler. Screw all these fancy moves and shit. I'm going to go for the cheapest, quickest possible way to win possible.
Exactly. And now Toru Yano.
I remember we were watching a tag match a few months ago, and Toru Yano got tagged in and immediately just ignored his opponent, went for the turnbuckle.
I love it, man.
You gotta undo that turnbuckle to get that advantage, brother.
Toru Yano kind of pulling a Kevin Owens in the early moments of this matchup, creating that distance between himself and Makabe.
Yeah.
And now using the referee as a
He's
shield.
Going for the chair.
Oh, and now Makabe not dealing with that crap.
Oh, but he gets dropped toe into it. Into a roll-up. 1, 2. Oh, I thought he had him there. Holy crap.
I thought he had him there too. Good God, that's the second time Makabe almost got caught with a schoolboy from Toru Yano.
Oh my goodness.
The way Toru Yano wrestles, I mean, again, it's like you said, he doesn't care about being flashy. He doesn't care about any kind of aesthetic. He goes for efficiency. He goes for maximizing his time and getting the win as quickly as possible. And now, oh, look at this. Now it's spilling out into the arena here.
I love Toru Yano.
And as much as I appreciate Makabe, you have to give Toru Yano the edge, I think, in this kind of environment.
Absolutely, yeah. Toru Yano throws Makabe into a chair. He actually used the chair as a weapon earlier and didn't get disqualified, so I'm not completely sure what the rules are in New Japan as far as that goes.
Dude, I've given up trying to figure that out. And now Toru Yano, right in the gut of Makabe with the chair. And that's the only thing, I mean, Makabe has resiliency for days, and if we were talking flesh on flesh, I know there would be no give in Makabe, and he'd be taking the fight to Toru Yano, but that's...
Toru Yano immediately going back to the turnbuckle. Oh my God, I love it.
And again, creating that space between him and Makabe, even though, I mean, Toru Yano was on the offensive, and it's Makabe that has to recuperate. If you're Toru Yano, creating that distance is so smart defensively.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's leaving the other 3 turnbuckles with the pads on them.
Give it time. I'm sure he'll work through all of them.
And that's the thing, too. Like, I say pads, but even though there is padding, there's still a freaking metal bar in those turnbuckle pads.
Exactly.
So it's not like there is a ton of give. I mean, it's just more give than the bare turnbuckle itself.
And now Toru Yano Irish whips Makabe into the corner.
Yeah, that would hurt so much.
I don't really think Toru Yano gives a damn about Makabe's discomfort.
No, he definitely doesn't.
Now Toru Yano there with a kick.
Toru Yano is just like, what can I do now to kill this man?
And now just stomps away at Makabe. And what a statement would it be for Toru Yano to say, yeah, I beat the never openweight champion. I mean, I think that would be quite a big deal.
But Makabe powering up.
He wants more. I mean, again, this is the kind of fight he's used to. You know, flesh on flesh. Ain't no chairs, ain't no, exposed corners. It's just Toru Yano trying to impose his will, and that's something Makabe can take, and now it's his turn to dish it out.
Yeah. I feel like this is going to be one of the shorter matches in the G1 Climax tournament.
I would certainly have to agree. And yes, this is another, kind of round 1 matchup, if you will.
There aren't really rounds, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, I mean that's just it. I mean, it is, again, that round robin kind of style. Everybody's going to face everybody. But, oh, look at Toru Yano powering through. No, I thought he was going to hit the powerbomb, but Makabe still, though, with the rights. And again, sending him into that corner.
Absolutely brutal. That's a combination of cheating, but also savvy ring awareness for Toru Yano.
And look, he sensed the clothesline coming. Wow.
He actually ducked before it hit him. That was amazing.
Toru Yano praising his
And then he just points to his head like, I'm smart, guys.
And that time he got hit with it.
That's because he just knows every time he goes for the finger pointing to himself, he always gets interrupted. So he's starting to predict when people are going to interrupt him.
I mean, maybe the better route would be not to really posture at all, but
yeah, I guess.
Yano we're talking about.
But maybe now he's doing it as a strategic point because he does it to make himself look prone and then takes advantage. Oh, but into the bare turnbuckle. And Makabe, off the rope, big lariat.
Beautifully done by Makabe. And again, this is what I was talking about when it's just mano a mano and it's one guy's strength versus Makabe's. Smart money bets on Makabe. And didn't get the win off the Northern Lights.
That was
Man,
really
that was close
though. That was a bridging Northern Lights suplex, and it was absolutely gorgeous, but so close, but not quite a 3.
And Toru Yano here. And now Toru Yano just blatantly raking the eyes. I mean, again, just no regard. Oh, what a chop it looked like from Makabe.
Yeah, that was a straight-up karate chop onto Toru Yano's head.
And Toru Yano, look at that arm drag. Could it
Oh,
be
going for a backslide.
Oh, no!
The ref into the... Oh, 1,
Oh,
2...
blow!
Oh, he kicked out! He
Oh,
actually kicked out! I
wow.
can't believe Makabe kicked out of that. Toru Yano hit a low blow on Makabe behind the ref's back and then went right into a backslide. Makabe taking Toru Yano's head off with a lariat,
What a
picking him
lariat.
right back up, going into a fireman's carry.
Oh, beautiful.
Is that a Death Valley driver? It was kind of like a modified Death Valley driver, like a follow-through Death Valley driver. Makabe going to the top rope, though. What could he possibly do from up here?
Oh, what a knee. Is that
Brutal.
Gonna do it?
That might be it.
3 count. Makabe wins.
That's it. Yeah, that was... Wow, I told you it would be a shorter match, but I didn't think it would be quite so decisive. I thought it would be more like a Toru Yano quick roll-up or Makabe catching Toru Yano's quick roll-up and reversing it into some kind of pinning combination. I didn't think it would be just flat out Makabe taking advantage of Toru Yano not taking this match as seriously as he should have.
I mean, Toru Yano, I mean, we can say he didn't take the match seriously, but when he uses his shrewdness to the point of looking like he's going for a backslide, grabs the referee so he could low blow Makabe, and then finish the maneuver, I mean, that was probably the closest near fall in this matchup, but it wasn't enough. I mean, we have to give it to Toru Yano, whether you like the man's tactics or not. I mean, again, that cunning was on full display, just wasn't enough to overcome the sheer power, the will of Togi Makabe, the never open weight champion.
Yeah, I really like Togi Makabe too. He just knows how to get it done.
Absolutely. I mean,
he's that workhorse.
Oh, without question. So now we have Tenzan and Makabe as winners of their first bouts in the G1 Climax tournament.
Oh. Our next match is Bad Luck Fale, the underboss of the Bullet Club, taking on Tetsuya Naito.
I mean, I very quickly would want to discount Naito, but I mean, he's got the fanfare, and
yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that Naito's winning this. If Fale wins this, it's an upset in my mind.
And I would have to agree. I mean, especially if we just look back to, again, the most vivid New Japan pay-per-view in my mind, Wrestle Kingdom 9, where Naito took AJ Styles to the limit. I just can't see him falling to Bad Luck Fale.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Bad Luck Fale, I mean, you want to talk about a behemoth. Look no further than that man, so he might just surprise us all.
300 pounds. Yeah. Bad Luck Fale is a large human being.
Without question. So he may surprise us. He may squash Naito like a bug, and, I mean, from where I certainly wouldn't complain. Especially if it quiets down those fangirls. Naito!
Yeah, I was going to say, I wonder if Naito's going to bring his fangirls out to the party here.
And there is Bad Luck Fale.
They make him look bigger with the way that he kind of comes out and the smoke and everything. The entrance sort of cinematography, I guess you could call it, makes Fale look bigger than he actually is. Because the way they make it look, he looks like he could be a 7-footer, but in reality, he's about 6'5".
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he towers over everybody, like you said, the underboss of the Bullet Club.
I don't know why he's wearing a fedora.
Maybe he just thinks he pulls it off, and I'm not going to tell him otherwise.
Is it a fedora or is that a trilby? I can't tell.
I think it's a trilby.
Either way, I'm just glad he didn't grow out a neck beard for this match because that would be really stereotypical.
Yeah. But again, I mean, he looks so imposing and so menacing. I'm not going to tell him he looks bad. I'm not going to tell him anything. I don't even really feel like I have permission to talk to Bad Luck Fale. So he just does him, and I continue to live. I think it's a win-win situation.
I mean, for what it's worth, he kind of looks like he's trying to be like a PI in a cartoon movie.
Yeah. And here comes Naito. Man, I mean, again, just really anyone you could think of is in this G1 Climax.
I think Naito is a weird case of having really cool music and a really cool attire and being a really good wrestler, but for some reason, he just cannot connect at all.
Yeah, I certainly see where you're coming from there. Naito just seems to have all the tools, but I mean, just missing that little extra something.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy his work in the ring. I think he's got a good packaging as far as, like I said, like the entrance, the attire, everything like that. Just some kind of a disconnect. Like, I think it might even be just that he looks so young. What is going on right now? What is he wearing? He's in a suit.
Some kind of mask and a suit. Very.
Well, that's weird.
This is not the attire I was used to for Naito.
Not at all. I'm used to him wearing that jacket with the spikes.
Jacket with the spikes and definitely has got a lot of vibrancy going on with his attire mostly. Like, what is this? Is he trying to get a psychological advantage over Fale? Because I guarantee you Fale probably doesn't give a crap. But, I don't know where Naito's head is at here. Doesn't even look like he's ready to compete.
Yeah, how do you fight in a suit?
Well, I'm guessing he's going to take it off, but, like, what the heck is this?
I don't even know what's happening right now.
Well, I can say this, Naito certainly commanded my attention just from this stark contrast to his normal entrance attire. I mean, is he going to wrestle with that mask on? And yeah, I mean, that is confirmed to be Naito, no doubt. This isn't somebody, some imposter or something. But, man, that mask. I mean, I dig the mask. And then he is going to take it off.
He's not doing the one eye open thing either.
And now,
off comes the mask. Naito growing in a little bit of a goatee as well.
Perhaps Naito, I think, just recognizes the significance of G1 Climax. I mean, I'm assuming this isn't his first rodeo. Hasn't he been in prior tournaments?
Yeah, so. I mean, from what I understand, the whole storyline is that he just doesn't care anymore.
Ah.
Apparently, he turned heel at Dominion, which I kind of wish we would have watched before this, but apparently he turned heel at Dominion, and the gimmick is he just doesn't give a shit about anything anymore.
Isn't that kind of what Michael Elgin was doing back in ROH?
Yeah, kind of. But I think it was a lot more over the top with Elgin, where like he was like cutting promos about how he doesn't care about wrestling anymore, and like he was doing interviews talking about how maybe I'll go back to baseball or something like that, and like really just over the top, taking it too far. Whereas with Naito, I think they found a fairly good balance with him.
Right.
It looks like I think this looks relatively familiar. It looks like Naito's still wearing the same kind of attire as far as in-ring goes. It's just a different entrance attire.
And now look at Naito. I mean, definitely like a newfound aggression to match this apathy, and shoves the ref. I mean, not that I can really blame Naito for this sense of urgency. I mean, look at who he's standing across the ring from. And bad luck. I mean, all bad luck Fale has to do is just like tap you with a finger or something, and you probably go down like a ton of bricks. I mean, this guy just all power.
I love how hard the ref is trying to just avoid everything. But Fale taking this to the outside and just clubbing on Naito.
And Naito, though, still walking away from Fale. I mean, when you say the guy doesn't care anymore, I mean, that certainly seems appropriate. Oh, what a shot to the gut. I have a feeling anytime, I mean, if I was to step away into a ring with Bad Luck Fale, I'm pretty sure they would have me sign a waiver first. And I'd be like, oh, what's this for? Well, we can't be held liable for anything Bad Luck Fale does to you in this match. And good God, just threw Naito into that sea of chairs.
Yeah, he's dominating him right now. I guess this is kind of one of the negative repercussions that comes with not caring anymore.
It's just like, oh, is this match over yet? I want to go back to not caring and just wearing
yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I was going for.
Oh, man, if Fale now just going back to the ring. And if you're Bad Luck Fale, what kind of chip do you have on your shoulder after you just did that to another human being? Bad Luck Fale.
Do we think Fale is going to win this by countout, maybe?
Maybe. I mean, if Naito really doesn't care, he'd probably take his time getting back to the ring. I mean, we see him stirring.
Sense. I mean, we know it's a 20 count, but it's a quicker 20 count.
And I mean, here's the thing. If we gave Gallows the benefit of the doubt earlier with the submission loss, I mean, if you're a Naito and you're looking at a man that you know could do legitimate bodily harm to you with his size and just his strength, Naito may just be like, screw this, man. I've got other matches in my block.
Well, not only that, but I think Bullet Club is actually 0-3 so far.
Yeah, Bullet Club has had a very rough night. And you've
Yeah,
seen how Bad Luck
because
Fale is still
I'm
taking it to
trying to
Naito.
remember because Cody Hall got pinned, Tama Tonga got pinned by Kojima, I believe, and we just saw Gallows getting pinned by I forget who his opponent was already.
Wait. Yeah, because we had Gallows tap out to Tenzan.
Tenzan, that's who it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Bullet Club's 0-3 so far. You'd think they would have to pick up. I mean, I'm pretty confident AJ Styles will win his match, but you've got to wonder if Fale is going to make it closer to 500 for the Bullet Club.
I mean, I would not be surprised given this new disposition of Naito and Bad Luck Fale just still in firm control. It seems like over this matchup, and I think it would be a big deal for him to win this first match. And man, Naito's just being taken out to the woodshed here.
People are
Man, that
saying
shoulder.
that apparently Naito's gimmick is that he's a hardcore Daniel Bryan fan, and he just admitted to himself for the first time that Bryan's never going to wrestle again, and he's just super depressed about it and doesn't give a shit anymore.
Wow, that's hilarious. I mean, dude, if you're Naito, how do you overcome somebody like Bad Luck Fale?
Oh wow, it
I
looks like
just
Fale is going for like a modified camel clutch here almost, but it looks like he's grabbing Naito by the neck, or is that his hair?
I think it's his neck
That was
that
weird,
we're seeing here.
like a
And
tongue
Naito,
and
I mean,
death grip.
his face just says everything. Naito looks to be in so much pain.
Yeah, Naito's a really good seller. I'll give him that for sure.
Again, very interesting dynamic. I mean, we talk
Oh
about
wow,
Naito's recent
Fale's
heel turn.
literally standing on his face.
Oh
Oh
God, just again
Jesus.
impose his will.
He was kind of standing on like his chin, and then he moved his foot over to his eyes.
Now just picks him up by the hair. And, Fale is just doing whatever the hell he wants. And again, like,
Yeah.
who's going to stop him when you've got that kind of power? Just slams Naito down.
Splash. Splash. Oh, but
And
Naito
again,
moved out of the
no.
way.
Naito does move out of the way. Nicely done there. Oh, man, now this could be the moment that Naito's been looking for to really mount an offensive. If he could capitalize here, that could really pay dividends. Now, what a forearm there to Bad Luck Fale. Now the back elbow.
Fale with a big boot, though.
Oh, man, beautiful.
Off the ropes.
Shoots
Naito
Naito,
ducks under
throws
the
Naito,
clothesline, ducks
ducks.
under the back elbow. Drop kick to the knee of Fale, trying to chop down that redwood.
Absolutely, and that's probably the smartest thing Naito has done all match from where I sit. If you can do that, I mean, I think that's certainly step one into getting a win over a guy like Bad Luck Fale. So let's see if Naito can
Another
build on
drop
it. And
kick to that
again,
same knee.
beautiful, beautiful. And now Bad Luck Fale in the corner here. Can't really take refuge anywhere. This is the first time that we're seeing Bad Luck Fale on the defensive. And now look at Naito there, brilliant maneuvering. Triangle drop kick on the way in. Naito is building that momentum.
Yeah, he did that triangle drop kick, and then he swept the leg, Johnny.
Oh, and now look at that trap, and now figure four.
Wow, modified figure four, Shawn Michaels style even.
Yeah. And now Naito. I mean, what a boost of confidence. This has got to be for Naito to get Fale in such a vulnerable position. As
You
a
can see
modified
Jay
figure
White in the
four.
background there.
Yeah.
The hairstyle is unmistakable.
Oh, now Fale. I mean, he's so big, and he does get to the ropes. Naito's got to break it. I mean, I guess I don't really know how much the referee can do here. Naito hanging on to it. And I mean, hell, can you blame Naito? I mean, if he's got this advantage, you might as well milk it for all it's worth.
It looks like the ref is working on getting the hold undone, but and it looks like Naito's just refusing to cooperate.
Well, I mean, again, when you look at a guy that towers over you like Bad Luck Fale, and the weak point is the legs, milk the hold for all it's worth. I can't really admonish Naito here. I mean, he's got a lot to overcome in this first G1 Climax bout of his. And now he's still picking apart the leg of Bad Luck Fale. I mean, I'd stay on it. Another thing that I don't really like when guys try and do the strategy is that they stick to the game plan at first, but then they quickly deviate from it. No, if I'm Naito, I am just completely persistent on that leg. Oh, no, Bad Luck Fale there. What a shot. That's the thing, though, about Fale is I think it would just take one offensive maneuver for Fale to completely reset the playing field here. Now these guys just an exchange of forearms. Naito smiling, Naito smirking.
Naito, really kind of an odd character right now.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow. He faked Fale out and then kicked him right in the knee.
Oh, but look at Fale, the power doing the Samoan drop. Wow. And that's what I'm talking about. I just said a few moments prior it would take one maneuver from Bad Luck Fale to completely reset the playing field. And all that work on Bad Luck Fale's leg, I'm not going to go as far as say it was for naught, but Bad Luck Fale just kind of equalized things a little bit. But look at Naito there. Staying on it. Now Irish whips Fale into the ropes. Fale reverses. Oh, Fale just caught Naito. Oh, God. Oh, but Naito there with the victory roll. And oh, look, picks the leg. Beautiful leg pick. And I think he's going for that ankle lock.
Yeah, but Fale not going to let him get it.
Certainly not. And I think, again, that's the advantage to being so big is that you can just kind of impose your will from any part of the body. And he did it with the free leg. And now follows through in the corner. And now, oh, Fale, could it be a
just
splash?
a big splash from Fale.
Oh, what a splash. Hooks the leg deep.
Naito kicks
and Naito still kicks out.
Yep.
If Naito could have gotten that ankle lock, I mean, I'll say it here, as impressive as Fale has been, as dominant as he's been, I think if Naito was able to get that ankle lock, it would have been over. But Fale stuffing the attempt.
It looks like Fale wants a power bomb here. He has Naito up.
Naito's
into a razor's
resistance.
edge position.
Oh,
Naito wiggles
man,
his way out of it, though.
Yeah, Naito does get out of it. And then look at that. Controls the arm. Look at that control. Off the ropes. DDT. Fale counters.
Oh, what a lariat from Bad Luck Fale.
Oh, I mean, Naito flipped. That's the kind of ferocity that Fale brought to that lariat.
Going for another razor's edge here.
I think he's going to get it this time.
Yeah. No! Naito went for a Hurricane Rana and then stood up. Oh, what an enziguri from Naito.
Beautiful enziguri. He's trying to build a foundation of offense here.
Inverted atomic drop.
He picks up inverted atomic drop. Beautiful. And now look at that roll through.
Oh, and that's it. Naito wins.
He got it. He got it.
Bullet Club is 0-4 right now.
I mean, you have to ask the question at this point. I know we still have, I think, a few other Bullet Club matches, but will it all come down to AJ Styles to bring it home, to rally the troops? Bad Luck Fale just lost this match to a guy that doesn't even care in Naito. I think it was more about self-preservation, more about survival than winning this first tournament battle. Look at that, just almost shoving the cameraman there. I'll tell you what, though, Naito, I think the fangirls still love him, actually. I was going to say to the displeasure, but I think they'll take Naito however they can get him. But I think this new attitude certainly paid dividends here tonight. The inverted atomic drop followed through with the pinning combination, and Naito pins Bad Luck Fale here.
And Naito just kind of chilling, laying on the ramp, recovering. He really does not give a shit, does he?
He really does not. And honestly, he won the match, so who are we to say that it's wrong? Who are we to say it doesn't work?
Yeah.
He's walking away the winner. Could the G1 Climax Trophy and a future world title opportunity be in Naito's? And again, just the shove. I mean, that's a bit much there, but I mean, again, I'm not going to be one to chastise Naito when it reaps him success, at least on this night.
Yeah, exactly. I believe our next match is actually AJ Styles versus Katsuyori Shibata.
Oh, man. This is going to be something, folks. AJ Styles, I mean, he's making his entrance now. We might as well have a little bit of a conversation here. I have said repeatedly, the man left TNA, and it was the revival of his career in my eyes. In TNA, not to say that AJ Styles was a joke, but I don't think he had the prominence. He had nowhere near the prestige as he has now, competing in Ring of Honor, and yes, certainly New Japan leading at the helm, the Bullet Club. Bullet Club looking at an 0-4 record right now. But if anybody can bring them back from the depths of despair, it's AJ Styles.
AJ is already making his way to the ring. Again, save for the intermission, these matches have been rapid fire succession.
Absolutely. And Ashton, I think, and one thing people should know, I'm not the biggest AJ Styles mark. I mean, I love the guy's work, but I don't even really know if I would put him in my top 5 favorites. But there's no arguing. I definitely think he's one of the best wrestlers in the world today, without question. And I think Shibata is going to be in for one really long night here in his first matchup in the G1 Climax. I mean, to be paired up with AJ Styles, I don't know if you're excited or if you let out a groan or maybe a little of both, but maybe Shibata's up for the challenge. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, there's always a chance. I think this has sort of underrated match of the year potential. This is a match that, I mean, I don't know how many people that are watching this right now know Katsuyori Shibata's history, but he was basically coming up in the same vein as Hiroshi Tanahashi. Those guys were coming up side by side, and they could have both been at the top where Tanahashi is right now. But Shibata left for MMA. He left and he went to try to make a career for himself in MMA, and he lost a lot. He was pretty bad at it. And when he came, well, he only decided to come back after Tanahashi had sort of established New Japan and really reinvigorated the company. And when Shibata came back, it wasn't necessarily with open arms because Tanahashi, who was the top dog at the time, felt extremely salty towards him for basically seeing him as a bandwagon jumper. Because before, when they were still trying to work their way up to the top, Shibata left. And when Tanahashi and everyone else around him helped them to get back to the top where they felt they belonged, Shibata decided then maybe finally the company was worth him being in it. And he came back.
Yeah, I know you recounted that story. I think the last event you and I watched together, and it certainly left a bad taste in my mouth for Shibata. But I won't hold that against him here in this matchup.
But I think the really notable thing is that Shibata at one point was considered to be on the same level as Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Right.
Because he's extremely good in the ring. He's been getting pushed really hard lately. Honestly, given the way New Japan works, I wouldn't be overly surprised if Shibata won this whole tournament.
Wow. That's quite a big statement.
Because he might be the guy that they want to turn into that next main event stay with Tanahashi and kind of get him back onto the track that they originally had him on with Tanahashi.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, I think this matchup, whatever the outcome is for either guy, is really going to set the tone potentially for the rest of their respective G1 Climax experiences. And I mean, AJ Styles, he is no stranger to the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Would love to get back there again. In fact, he was the prior champion, was he not, Ashton, before losing it to Okada?
AJ
So,
was, yes.
yeah, so, I mean, again, certainly no stranger to it. I mean, one of the few men that I know of that's actually beaten Tanahashi. So, I mean, no need to build up AJ Styles, and you've kind of given us a background of Shibata here, and so now here we go. This could be the G1 Climax match of the night, but we still got Tanahashi versus Ibushi, and that's going to be a barn burner if I ever heard one.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though. I think just based on the way everything has looked so far tonight, you almost have to imagine AJ Styles needs this win just so that the Bullet Club doesn't get shut out tonight.
And that's what I was going to ask you, Ashton. I mean, you've been watching wrestling for years like I have. I mean, you've written about it. We do TwitWow. So, I mean, if you're AJ Styles, do you feel psyched out at all going against Shibata? I mean, you come down to the ring. I mean, obviously you've got the confident posture and everything, but in the back of your mind, you got to be thinking, wow, my group is 0-4. It all comes down to me. I mean, do you think there's any pressure there for AJ Styles? And if so, do you think that's going to affect his game at all?
I think with AJ Styles, he is just such an amazing performer. I don't think he understands the meaning of extra pressure because he puts the same amount of pressure on himself no matter what.
I would certainly have to agree. I think there is nobody more clutch in this business in a kind of do or die situation than AJ Styles.
And that's why, because he treats every match, he prepares for every match with the same intensity, with the same vigor. He knows what he's doing. He's not gonna be lazy, even if he doesn't feel like his opponent is quote unquote worthy. Which I don't think that even if he felt that about anyone, I don't think it would be Shibata.
And Shibata, I mean, I was getting ready to say, I thought AJ was going to really telegraph Shibata with that drop kick, but Shibata saw it coming. And yeah, I'm not going to sleep on the guy either. And really, I think they both have their different motivations. If you're AJ again, your group's 0-4, and if you want to look at it on a more individual level, you just recently lost your IWGP Heavyweight Championship to the Rainmaker Okada. So it's definitely a pride issue. But if you're Shibata, maybe it's more psychological than that. Maybe he's just trying to earn his way back in the New Japan ring. And I mean, no better way to do that than winning the G1 Climax tournament. So
Yeah, I
I feel
mean,
like
basically just trying to kind of re-earn the respect of his peers.
exactly. So I think really this is one of the more high stakes matchup, not just within the confines of the G1 Climax tournament, but the emotional stakes, the psychological stakes for both
Well,
men.
and
Look at
plus, not
Shibata
even
there.
not even just the tournament as a whole, but tonight, in the context of tonight specifically, because of how poorly the Bullet Club has performed so far, I think it makes the stakes even higher for AJ.
I mean, absolutely. So both of these guys have their motivations, but look at Shibata though, the persistency with that abdominal stretch.
You are going to get stretched, AJ.
And I'll get that the waist lock there by Shibata, but AJ just clinging onto the ropes. Very smart strategy, you know, putting all of his weight there. And now again, creating that distance, kind of separating himself, trying to force the break. And Shibata does break, and he does it clean. I gotta respect that. I think Shibata wants to out wrestle. He wants to outperform AJ Styles. No
He wants to
shortcuts
prove
here.
himself to be in that top tier. Because right now, I mean, it's funny because back at Wrestle Kingdom 9, Matt Striker was saying a lot that the top three guys were Okada, Nakamura, and Tanahashi. To me, AJ Styles is on that level. And I think that maybe Matt Striker wasn't bringing that up exclusively because of AJ Styles being in a match with Naito and that not really being a super high profile match as opposed to Nakamura, Ibushi, and Tanahashi Okada. But I do believe AJ Styles is on that level, especially considering he's now a multiple-time IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. He is one of the four, rather than three. He is one of the four top guys in New Japan right now. And for Shibata to beat him, it would really prove him, or at least give him an argument to say that he is a main eventer as well.
Oh, what a boot to the face of Styles, and Styles' ribs, I think like his sternum hit the guardrail.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of move that can really, kind of set the tone and set the mood for the rest of the matchup. I mean, AJ now may be the one playing defensive, and now look at the kicks there by Shibata. Oh man, nice measured kicks, very precise, knows what he wants to hit and ensures that he hits it. And now AJ, it's very interesting to see AJ, the veteran, and we always talk up his virtues and his accolades and everything else, being the one on the defensive, but Shibata not giving AJ any time to breathe, which is so smart. I don't think people really recognize how dangerous AJ Styles is, but Shibata not stupid. He's going to do a lot of follow through here in this match. But look at AJ, that veteran instinct, rolling to the other side, Ashton, and keeping the distance going. How brilliant was that by AJ
Well,
Styles?
yeah, that's kind of the thing with AJ. He knows when his opponent's on offense, he needs to create some separation.
Absolutely. And Shibata, though, you got to give him credit, too, though. Not really allowing AJ's strategy to be as effective as it could be.
Oh!
I
Shibata
sensed
just
that coming.
kicked the ring post, and AJ Styles taking advantage, dropping him leg first
Oh,
onto the barricade, which is really just metal bars.
and Ashton, for those who may be watching our commentary later, let me just set the significance of what AJ is doing here. He is softening up Shibata for that calf killer submission hold.
And
I
then,
mean,
and then the crazy thing is, he didn't even have to go out of his way to do it. All he really had to do was avoid a move by Shibata, and Shibata started the train on his own ankle for AJ.
I gotta say, I must apologize to our audience. I spoke prematurely. I thought when AJ's ribs hit the guardrail, it was going to be Shibata firmly in the driver's seat, but that missed kick in the steel post made all the difference in the world, and now AJ is going to methodically pick apart that leg. That calf killer, if AJ can hook it in, could be the match ender tonight.
Yeah, you've got to think too, as far as AJ going after the leg. I mean, Shibata's big move, his big finish is a kick. So the fact that AJ's going after the leg, not only big for the calf killer, but also big to prevent Shibata from hitting his move. And if he does, he would at least be in pain to the point that it could give AJ time to recover and kick out.
Oh, look at the bridging there by AJ Styles with this submission hold. Just
Yeah,
beautiful form.
I'm trying to remember what the name of this move is.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember as well. It's not coming to me.
Last Chancery.
There you go.
Last Chancery.
Oh, but look at Shibata though. Unique counter, but AJ keeping that deathlock kind of applied.
And then just kind of cranked on it once.
And see, that's the thing about it. And see, that's the one thing. Can I just say for a second, because it seems like the most appropriate time to say it, I think for years people have always associated AJ Styles' awesomeness with his aerial maneuverings and everything. But AJ has really proven, as a heel and as, leader of the Bullet Club, how methodical he can be.
But I think that even with us, we've been saying for so long, what makes AJ Styles special is, yes, he's an incredible high flyer, but he's one of the few high flyers that can do everything else just as well. He has submissions that he can use. He has high flying moves, obviously, but then he also can do power moves. I've seen AJ Styles suplex bigger guys than himself, and it's just as impressive when he does that as it is when he hits a spiral tap off the top rope.
Exactly, and you saw AJ kind of posturing after that drop kick. I mean, there's a reason why he's called the phenomenal AJ Styles. His execution is so crisp and on point. And Shibata, when you've got a bad wheel, I don't care who you are, any man that fights on one leg is going to be a man at a disadvantage. And AJ knows that, and he has just been relentless on offense. And there's the backbreaker there to Shibata.
And, I kind of feel bad for Shibata, too, because AJ is picking on that leg. It all kind of started when Shibata missed the kick, but this isn't a one-match kind of thing. This isn't where, well, if you lose one match, you have time to recover. No, Shibata wrestles again on Friday, and he needs to recover from this leg/ankle injury by then. So honestly, if AJ Styles locks in that calf killer, I would not blame Shibata for tapping out instantly, because you want to preserve yourself. He needs to recover, and he's already in a lot of pain in that leg.
I'm so glad you said that, Ashton, because I feel like this match, probably more than any other that we've seen, illustrates the significance of the fact that this tournament is a round-robin style. And, Shibata, you could see him going toe-to-toe here with AJ. You got to walk the line between pride and wisdom. And is it wise for Shibata to kind of fight through with this bad wheel he's got going right now? And now AJ's in the corner. And Shibata, what a drop kick. Low basement drop kick there by Shibata. Oh, man.
Brutal, man. Shibata is one of the guys in New Japan who's not afraid to stiff people.
And look at that one arm hug. Oh, what a suplex there by Shibata.
And kicked out at one. AJ just does not care. He kicked out at one.
AJ, one tough son of a gun, I'll tell you. It takes
AJ
everything.
drives Shibata into the corner, into the turnbuckle. It looks like he's going to go for something here, and he misses the flying forearm. Shibata, though, gets him into another vertical suplex, but AJ reverses suplex into the turnbuckle pad.
Oh, God.
And I'm glad I mentioned it earlier, guys, because there is a metal bar in those pads, so that hurts a lot more than it might look.
Exactly. That is just brutal. AJ Styles. Man, if you're AJ, you've got to have all the confidence in the world. And here's the thing, too. Taking out the bad wheel, I was kind of thinking about it earlier. I think it also kind of softens you up to a degree for the Styles Clash, which AJ is signaling here.
It looked like he was going to go for the Styles Clash. Oh, but a Pele to Shibata. Shibata's going to power up here, isn't he?
Shibata's staggering.
Yeah, right there. Oh, he went for the knee, but AJ reversed into a roll-up. Picks him up for the Clash.
Clash. Is he going to get it this time?
Shibata
able to reverse. I'm impressed.
And it looks like he's going in for. Oh, he got the calf killer. The calf killer is locked in on that leg that AJ Styles has been working on all match.
The strategy comes full circle. Can Shibata reach the ropes? Can he do it? Oh, the torque on that calf killer. AJ has got it fully in,
Yeah, he's
perfectly
all the way up. He's
executed.
at the toe, dude. You can look at his right hand. He's on the toe. Shibata's got to be in pain right now. He's seriously hurting his chances for the rest of this tournament if he doesn't get out of this lock soon.
I think Payne is doing a disservice to the
And he gets to
agony he
the
must be in.
ropes.
And he does get to the ropes, yes.
Oh my goodness, that was ridiculous. I'm surprised Shibata's showing heart, but you have to wonder again, is that heart or is that just him being overly prideful?
I think it's an egoism. I think it's an egoism that may come back to bite Shibata.
And
Now look at the
strikes
strike
from AJ.
Styles.
Going for the clash again, but Shibata.
Shibata gets it. Death Valley driver there by Shibata.
And it looks like, oh my god, out of nowhere, AJ Styles with the calf killer. Shibata, I mean, I said it earlier, he should tap as soon as possible, but it looks like he's going to actually try and fight through this. His leg is going to be absolutely mangled for the rest of this tournament.
Oh, yeah, ill-advised here from where I sit from Shibata. I appreciate the heart. I admire the heart, but you've got so many other matches in your block. Why? Why is it so important for you to beat AJ Styles? But again, I think it goes back to what Ashton said on the onset of this matchup. And it's just a pride issue for Shibata wanting to re-earn that place in the top tier. And what a Death Valley driver there. Snap Death Valley driver. And now both men are down. I mean, Ashton, we've been talking about self-preservation, all these strategies given the tournament style. Do you think Shibata should have tapped out, or do you think his pride may actually pay off here and he can beat AJ Styles?
I'm telling you, man, I don't think that the pride, you know what they say, pride goeth before the fall.
Yeah, I can't agree in good conscience with the strategy here by Shibata, but I'll be damned if he's not bringing the fight to AJ here. He's got the sleeper now
Shibata with the
applied.
sleeper. Yeah, exactly. Just trying to wear AJ down. Give himself time to recover, too. This is a smart move for him as far as defense goes as well.
Absolutely. AJ Styles. Oh, look at that, though. Grabbing the arm. That's so smart by AJ. Try and gain control of the hold for yourself.
Well, and not only that, but just alleviate the pressure momentarily.
Exactly. And now look at that. I think that's almost like a cross-faced chicken wing. Or no, not exactly, because he doesn't have the arm of AJ wrapped around. I think it's kind of like a modified sleeper. A little bit. He's got one arm wrapped around rather than two. But AJ, though, still sinking. And now Shibata releases it. And then, went for the kick. AJ ducked the clothesline. Another beautiful Pele there by Styles.
Man, AJ's hitting Pele's all over the place.
Oh, and Styles are spiking Shibata there on the mat.
That was a Bloody Sunday, by the way.
Bloody Sunday by Styles. Now
he wants the clash. He wants the clash. He's going to get it. He hit the clash.
He got the clash.
Is Shibata going to kick out of the clash?
I don't think so. I think it's over here. 2,
3. That's it.
3.
Wow. AJ Styles makes surprisingly quick work of Katsuyori Shibata. Did not see that match ending so quickly. Wow.
I'll tell you what, though. AJ Styles once again proves why he is the MVP of the Bullet Club. Gets their only victory tonight at 1-4. But man, what a tone you've set for the rest of your G1 Climax experience if you're AJ Styles.
I feel like if you would make a power ranking in each of the blocks, AJ Styles would be in the top 3 of his block, but I would also say that Katsuyori Shibata would be in the top 5 of that block as well. So AJ with a very impressive victory to start out his G1 Climax tour. And man, well, I guess the Bullet Club didn't get shut out. That's good to see.
Absolutely. And of course it came down, bearing itself on the back of AJ Styles, and AJ carrying it with all the grace and finesse in the world.
Yeah, so confident, but not overly arrogant.
Well, and that's the thing, Ashton. Anybody can say what they want about AJ Styles. I get it. He's been around the block so many years. You're bound to have, a chorus of opinions. But, I mean, Bullet Club AJ Styles specifically, I think, has earned all of the accolades that have been heaped upon him. I mean, the guy is just on top of his game right now. No shame from Shibata. He gave one hell of an effort.
All right. It looks like we're getting down to our main event of the evening. Up next, we've got Tanahashi taking on Kota Ibushi. I am going to go ahead and say this match, having been as short as it was, it seems like Tanahashi versus Ibushi, as long as they just have any level of chemistry whatsoever, they're going to run away with the match of the night label tonight.
I think the most interesting talking point, at least from Twitwow here, is that it's John's pick for G1 Climax, Kota Ibushi, versus Ashton's pick for G1 Climax, Tanahashi.
Yeah.
So
I think if I had to make a top 5, Ibushi would be maybe like 3 or 4 behind Tanahashi and Nakamura.
right.
And maybe even Styles, because I think those 3 guys are the 3 most likely. So then I would say Ibushi behind them. And then at number 5, just because I want to see it personally, I would have Ishii.
Right.
So
Yeah, Ishii winning would be insane.
yeah, for sure. Looks like are we getting is this like another intermission? Are we going to need to fast forward through this, or are we just kind of waiting for Ibushi to be ready to come out? Because you just know Tanahashi's coming out last.
Yeah, this may be another intermission here. Not really seeing any activity going on.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to continue recording here just in case. Oh, now, yep. We're getting an announcement here. It seems like this is going to be our match now.
Okay, here we go.
I'm glad we didn't turn recording off because that would have been really unnecessary.
Absolutely.
Yep, here we go. Kota Ibushi's entrance first, I believe. Golden Star. I'm not sure why he calls himself that, or why anyone calls him that.
Yeah, I'd like to know the origins of such a nickname. But I mean, Kota Ibushi to me, and again, you know that my New Japan experience and everything else has been very minimal. So I'm sure there's a lot more to the story that I'm missing, to be fair. That's why I always like to say from my personal experience. But from my personal experience, very inspiring story of Kota Ibushi. I mean, here was a man who was primarily known, as a comedy wrestler. I mean, one of his more prominent feuds was with a blow-up doll, for God's sakes, and goes to Wrestle Kingdom 9, puts on a clinic with then Intercontinental Champion Shinsuke Nakamura. And for me, again, as such a neophyte to New Japan and Japanese wrestlers, on the whole, that was the night that Kota Ibushi really arrived for me. And I just think he's going to have a stellar performance here in the G1 Climax. I'm just so happy he's a part of this tournament.
Ibushi Kota! I had to. You didn't do your Nakamura, by the way. You're going to have to do that on Friday.
I'm waiting for it. Yeah, I'm waiting for it. And
Or
here,
not Friday, Thursday, because he's going against
Carl Anderson, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's the main event of that show too. Out comes Tanahashi with the air guitar in hand.
God, I hate Tanahashi so much.
As much as anything made of air can be in a hand.
Yeah, I am not a fan of Tanahashi at all. This is the one time I'm probably really going to show my bias and just be like, go Ibushi.
That's funny to me because I'm not necessarily a huge fan of Tanahashi, but it's just so nice to see a guy who's considered to be the John Cena of anything, and a lot of people say he's the John Cena of Japan, put on as consistently great matches as he does.
Oh, he's a great performer. I just still don't think I've forgiven him for Wrestle Kingdom 9. We'll get there, though. We'll get there. Just not tonight.
Yeah. I mean, the year before that, he lost in the main event in an Intercontinental Championship match to Nakamura. So it's not like he's just completely incapable of putting people over.
Right. That was just his night to win, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, let me kick out of the Rainmaker, dick.
Oh, yeah, that's hard. That's a hard one to forgive.
But I will say this. I will say this in all sincerity. When somebody calls another performer the John Cena of anything, I mean, I think that's all the legitimacy you really need. Because we can say what we want about John Cena, but he is the WWE, even with this U.S. title run that he's just been on an absolute tear. Very curious about the Open Invitational tonight.
Yeah.
But, Tanahashi being in that breath, just saying, he is the John Cena of New Japan. Do we even really need to say anything else? I mean, the guy's great for a reason. And my personal feelings aside, my personal feelings are irrelevant. This is G1 Climax. This is Tanahashi's first bout and Ibushi's. And, what a main event for day one. Good
Yeah.
God.
I think if I had to guess, I would say Hachi's probably going to win this match. That's not necessarily to say he's going to win every match, meaning it doesn't necessarily guarantee he's going to win the tournament, but this match is definitely the kind of match where you get Ibushi to just take Tanahashi to the limit, and then Tanahashi wins in the end. This is kind of like that Cesaro Cena match. You know what I mean?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, Ibushi's going to be no pushover. Again, for those who saw Wrestle Kingdom 9 and who may have been used to Ibushi being that comedy wrestler, I think they saw a whole nother side of Kota Ibushi in that Intercontinental Championship bout. And I think he's going to put on, on par like that kind of clinic here with Tanahashi. I think he's really going to show us something again here tonight at G1 Climax Day 1.
Yeah.
And look at Ibushi making the clean break. And that's the thing with Ibushi. I don't really think he's going to, be rushing in. I definitely think Ibushi, with his offensive style, is going to want to dictate the pace and control the tone of the matchup. But, that doesn't mean he's just going to dive headfirst into it. He knows who he's dealing with in Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Yeah, I mean, Ibushi has really bulked up. You can see just his traps have gotten really big.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
Great shape.
I guess we knew that he had to bulk up to compete in the heavyweight division, but it seems like he's actually still in the process of bulking up because he looks bigger now than he did at G1 or in Wrestle Kingdom.
And I think Tanahashi there with that chop is almost, telling Ibushi, anytime I want, got you like that. And Ibushi.
Quick as a cat, man. Quick as a cat. Both of them are. They're both very quick.
But what's so funny, Ashton, is that, we often equate, at least, again, if you look at, Northern America and you look at the high flyers WWE has and whatnot, we always equate high flying with reckless abandon and whatnot. I could just see Ibushi, I could just imagine him being very conservative in this bout because, again, of who he's dealing with. I mean, Tanahashi, to say that he's no slouch, I mean, that's probably the grossest understatement I could utter in our commentary here. So I'm just very curious what Ibushi's game plan is going to be against the multi-time IWGP Heavyweight Champion. And now look at that.
They're just kind of going back and forth with the hammer locks now. Tanahashi. Oh wow, Tanahashi tried
headlock takeover.
Yeah, but he also got the headlock, and then Tanahashi ended up kicking out of that. So we're back to a standing base. Both guys on their feet. They're kind of facing off a little bit, evenly matched.
Absolutely. And I mean, you just got to wonder who's going to really gain the psychological edge in this match. I mean, for Ibushi, it's got to be a bit intimidating when you're going against somebody with the accolades of Tanahashi, as we've really talked about in this match. But I think for Ibushi, there's got to be a level of excitement. Like, I'm climbing in the ring with a veteran of this caliber, and I get to show the whole world what Kota Ibushi is made of. That's gotta make the kid a bit excited if I were in his shoes.
Yeah, because one other thing that Tanahashi has in common with John Cena is that they are both the measuring stick in their respective companies right now.
Exactly.
And now you just got really quiet, John.
Kota Ibushi now fallen victim to the side headlock.
There we go.
Once again.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Again into the side headlock. Yeah, like you said, man. Tanahashi really wants to work that side headlock. He wants to kind of assert his dominance over Ibushi.
Right, absolutely. As it's got to be a pride issue. Just Tanahashi thinking to himself, "I'm the veteran. Ibushi should, kind of concede to me." And now look at that.
Oh, but Ibushi with the kip up. That was beautiful.
Beautiful kip up there by Ibushi, and then ducks under, and then what? Oh, leapfrog, and then there's a drop kick from Ibushi there. Beautiful.
Very nice, yeah.
And this is Ibushi setting out to achieve what I said I thought he was going to achieve, and that is setting the pace. Nice chest kick there. Another chest kick.
Yeah. And I think that the side headlock was not only a matter of pride, but also a strategic thing, because Tanahashi knows Ibushi's only been in the heavyweight division for less than a year. Tanahashi's been a heavyweight pretty much his entire career. He's asserting he has the power advantage.
Exactly.
Oh, but he grabs the leg. Are we going to get... Oh, he drives the elbow into the leg. Oh, he went for a drop kick to the knee, but he ducked. Goes for a kick. Tanahashi rolls out of the way for the moonsault. Ibushi ends up landing on his knee. Wow. Big series of just dodging everything. Tanahashi looks like he wants to grab the leg there, but Ibushi not letting him, but he
Oh,
ends up getting it and drives
oh
his knee into
God,
the ground.
drives him right
Tanahashi
in the mat.
kind of playing a little bit of a heel in this match, kind of like what we saw with him and Okada back in Wrestle Kingdom 9.
And I don't know if Ibushi paid any attention to Shibata's matchup prior, but I think he knows the dangers of fighting with one bad wheel. And now Tanahashi is just picking it apart. How funny that guys that just recently had their own series matches in Tanahashi and AJ Styles kind of mirroring each other in strategy.
Yeah,
Mainly
no joke.
Tanahashi mirroring Styles.
Definitely. I think that's intentional, to be honest.
It
I think
just
that's
might
them
be.
trying to send a message.
Yeah, I mean, and it's certainly smart, regardless. And oh, look at that, just pulling the leg back.
Just stepping over.
Man, Tanahashi can't take anything away from the man. His precision right now, as it relates to just taking apart that leg of Ibushi.
This feels so much like Wrestle Kingdom 9 because he was targeting Okada's leg big time as well.
And you know, it just softens the guy up for all of Tanahashi's offense. I mean, again, like I said, I don't care what style you are, I don't care what height you are, weight. Any man that works on one leg is a disadvantaged man. And Tanahashi recognizes this fact, and especially for somebody like Ibushi, where the primacy of his offense seems to be leg-based and aerial-based. I mean, you're pretty much forcing Ibushi to adapt his moveset completely. I mean, a complete overhaul of his repertoire into something that could at least complement the leg disadvantage, or
Yeah,
at
he
least
is
overcome
really
it.
cranking on that leg too. Ibushi's knee is not supposed to bend that way.
No, it is not. But Tanahashi, I mean, ask the man if he gives a damn. I guarantee he'd probably say no. And Ibushi trying to find some refuge away from Tanahashi, but Tanahashi is just relentless on that leg.
Yeah, he's not letting up at all. Ibushi looks like he's in a lot of pain.
But if there is one thing we learned about Ibushi from Wrestle Kingdom 9, it's that you don't count this man out until the final bell.
Oh,
And
but
like
he's
that,
using that sore leg to kick Tanahashi in the chest. That's got to be what Tanahashi intended. Every kick that Kota tries to throw, every high flying move that he tries to go for, every single thing that his offense is revolving around, like you were talking about earlier, he needs that leg.
exactly. And I mean, Kota Ibushi, I think it's just instinctual. He's not really thinking 5 moves ahead. And I mean, I hate to sound like I'm insulting Ibushi, but with him still using that bad leg, it really is like Tanahashi's playing chess and Ibushi's playing checkers, because
Yeah.
Tanahashi, I think, is thinking the next 5 moves in this matchup. What else can I do to that leg? What else can I do to further cement my advantage? But look at Ibushi there with the what I would consider a desperation drop kick, sending Tanahashi to the outside, and this creates some much needed distance for Ibushi between himself and Tanahashi.
You can call it desperation if you want, but to me that was an incredibly strategic drop kick because if he only had one drop kick left to use in this match, that would have been the perfect opportunity to use it because it was the one that sent Tanahashi out over the top rope.
Oh God, and look at Ibushi there, the moonsault.
Absolutely beautiful. Ibushi is laying it all on the line right now. He's really, I mean, if this was a video game, he would be using up his entire energy bar just to try and get that one pinfall.
Exactly. I don't know how smart that was, though, actually. I mean, I guess I'm eating my words right now because remember, in the opening minutes of the bout, I said I wouldn't be surprised if Ibushi took a more conservative path against the veteran Tanahashi. I think Ibushi just said, screw your conservatism. I'm going all out in this one. And so far, it seems to be paying dividends, but I think only on the surface, because the question looms, how is that leg going to hold up with the style of offense that Ibushi likes to implement in his matches?
I think that as much as you think you're eating your words as far as that goes, you're completely right in that Ibushi's playing checkers while Tanahashi's playing chess because Ibushi is getting out all this cool stuff, all these fancy moves, all these moves that are taking a toll on his leg. Meanwhile, Tanahashi's just kind of absorbing it. He's going to end up kicking out of whatever Ibushi tries to throw at him, and then Tanahashi's going to have all that gas left in the tank, and Ibushi's going to be fresh out.
So would you say, Ashton, based on your statements there, would it be apropos to say that this is more a war of attrition than anything else?
I
I
would
mean,
say all Tanahashi matches are.
and oh look at this! Oh, beautiful by Ibushi!
The
Oh,
standing corkscrew moonsault.
beautiful. the idea that a move like that is so commonly executed on the top rope, just a man's natural elevation and everything else is sufficient to execute a maneuver like that. Just shows you the aerial brilliance of Kota Ibushi.
Well, off the top rope or as a split-legged style.
Exactly. But look, Tanahashi, though, remaining consistent, and that's the veteran instinct, remembering the leg, drop kicks it, and then clips it, and Ibushi's in excruciating pain here.
Exactly, and Ibushi has done all this fancy high-flying offense, and all it takes is 2 moves from Tanahashi, and I don't even think it's safe to say that the fields are level, because Tanahashi is clearly on top right now, on the top rope. The high-fly flow to the outside.
The first one of what I'm sure will be many. It did take a little bit out of Tanahashi, but still, I think it was a worthwhile price to pay.
Yeah, it was a calculated risk, and because he still hit it, and now not only is Ibushi reeling from the knee pain, but he's also got the air driven out of him from that high fly flow. Tanahashi's already basically recovered and in the ring. He might end up winning this by countout, for God's sakes.
I mean, and hell, and here's the thing. Normally, such a victory would be a heel tactic, but remember where we are. It's G1 Climax. It's a round-robin tournament.
You win at all costs.
Exactly.
And
it's all about that
Tanahashi
conservation.
is kind of like that Hulk Hogan John Cena, where even though he's a baby face that gets cheered all the time, he's not afraid to resort to some kind of underhanded tactics to win.
Right. And now, look at this
The
brilliant
dragon.
leg trap, dragon screw there into the ropes.
Yeah. Oh, and another one. And he just hit 2 drop kicks in between those 2 dragon screws as well. So he is really just destroying Kota Ibushi's knee right now. Kota Ibushi and Katsuyori Shibata are going to have an absolutely awful time finishing this tournament if they don't figure out a way to just magically heal leg wounds that seem to be really deep, because this is brutal. This is an absolute brutalization on Kota Ibushi's. Oh, his right knee. And another drop kick to it. Oh, but the running kick to the chest.
Beautiful kick to the chest by Ibushi there.
And that'll give him a little bit of time to recover. But still, you've got to imagine Tanahashi's going to be the first one to recover, given everything that's happened to Ibushi.
Certainly. I mean, man, it's just these guys are just going so hard right now at each other. Ibushi has got to shake some of the pain out of that leg or really learn to adapt with the other one, because either way, I mean, Tanahashi's going to keep coming. He has no bad wheels. He really has no bad anything. His body's fully functional. I think for Tanahashi, it's just a matter of resilience. It's just a matter of depleting the gas in his tank. I mean, Ibushi's in such a bad way.
And that's the thing with Tanahashi, too, is you would think at 38 years old, you would think that he didn't have quite as much in his tank as Ibushi, but this man is absolutely built for endurance. And Ibushi, it's a marathon runner versus a sprinter. Ibushi is the sprinter in this case, and Tanahashi is just running the marathon. So the longer this match goes, I feel like the more of a chance Tanahashi has of winning.
Right. And normally, like you said, the inverse would be true. I think, most people would say the longer this match goes, the more Ibushi has a chance of winning. But Tanahashi's game plan has been so on point. And again, still, resorting to it, still playing up to it and attacking that leg of Ibushi.
Well, and not only that, but Tanahashi's conditioning is absolutely phenomenal.
Certainly. Guy's in great shape. I mean, we talked about Ibushi bulking up earlier. But let's
another dragon screw.
Another dragon screw. Good God.
That right knee of Kota Ibushi is going to need some kind of treatment between now and Friday, because he's having a rough go at it.
That knee is going to be shredded when this is all over.
And it looks like Tanahashi wants the cloverleaf. Going for the cloverleaf. Wow, I haven't seen him use that before.
Cloverleaf submission hold by Tanahashi to Ibushi. And again, I think this is bringing the game plan full circle. Attack Ibushi's leg and then soften him up. Could get the submission win here.
And now he's got it locked in completely.
Oh, wow. Now he's really
my
arching
God,
back.
Ibushi's
Wow.
got to tap. You need to tap Kota. Oh, my God. He was just lying on his neck. That looked horrible. He got to the ropes. He got to the ropes. Wow.
The heart of Kota Ibushi cannot
be
understated.
Or is it really courage, or is it just stupidity?
It depends on who you ask, and it depends on how you really view this tournament. I'll say heart for the moment.
Dragon! But Kota blocked it.
Kota blocked it, but Tanahashi still has the waist lock.
German.
Trap the arms. Arm trap, German
1,
suplex, 2.
And he kicked out.
Ibushi kicked out. Wow.
See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. Tanahashi, say what you will about him being on top for a decade. There's a reason for that. He's excellent.
Absolutely. I can't even take anything away from the man again. Personal feelings completely aside.
Oh,
But
wow.
Ibushi just
3
fighting with
times.
those boots to the face.
Oh, but he dodged it the 3rd time. Sling blade.
Sling blade by Tanahashi. And look at
Cover.
the legs folded up like an
1,
accordion. 2.
2.
And
Red
Ibushi
Shoes
kicks
slacked
out.
on that one. That would have been a 3 count if Red Shoes would have been in position.
That definitely, I think, does come down to referee positioning. But now the high fly flow
He wants
potentially
it.
from Tanahashi.
He's on the top rope. Tanahashi's in position. High fly flow.
Caught it. And he's down. And
Oh,
again.
he's going for another one. He's not done. He wants a second high fly flow. He might even end up going for a 3rd one after this.
And
High fly flow.
Oh,
but Ibushi got the knees up.
Oh, Ibushi's got to take advantage of this if he can't, but that knee still...
Yeah, you gotta wonder, who did that hurt more? Tanahashi for having knees in his gut, or Ibushi for having that much weight land on his knee?
Ashton, I gotta say, from where I sit, I think that was instinct, pure instinct from Ibushi.
Well, what else was he gonna do, really? I don't think he had the wherewithal to roll out of the way. He had no choice.
Exactly.
I guess he could have gotten a foot up, but you have to wonder if that would have hurt even more than the knees.
But that just shows you the pride of winning your first bout in a G1 Climax.
Oh, and Ibushi has a pretty... Yeah, Ibushi has a pretty bad limp now. Oh, Tanahashi grabbed his foot, but the Hurricane Rana!
Beautiful Hurricane Rana by Ibushi there. And now picks up Tanahashi. Is he going to drive him down to the ground? No, he does not. Wow!
Snake Eyes into the turnbuckle pad. Again, iron bar in there, so it's not soft.
Oh, man, and that could be the maneuver that Ibushi needed. I know it's going to take a hell of a lot more than that to beat Tanahashi, but it's not so much... Yeah, Ashton.
Well, I was going to say, by the way, do you realize he actually whipped out some hand strikes? He was punching and chopping him a little bit before he went for that Snake Eyes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So even though he's usually using the kicks and the leg-based offense, and he still did hit a kick on Tanahashi during that little sequence, it was mostly punches, slaps, and chops.
Well, he is going to have to use the upper half of the body.
Are we going to get him a German, deadlift German?
No, I think, is it going to be a dragon suplex or a half Nelson? He's got the half Nelson applied. Oh, okay, now he's got the waist lock. Now I see, oh my God, from there?
God, there it is!
Good God!
That was a repeat of, that was a spot that they did in Ibushi Nakamura, too. Oh, but he kicks out. Tanahashi kicks out.
Again, that's why Tanahashi is the man right now. That's why I think Ibushi beating him would be a huge deal. But that was not enough to do it.
Tanahashi is in a lot of pain, but you've got to imagine Ibushi's in just as much, if not more.
Exactly. I mean, that leg has been targeted virtually all match, and I mean, man.
Oh, it looks like Ibushi's going to do a few more strikes.
Well,
no!
Oh, wait, powerbomb? Powerbomb, maybe?
That's right! Tanahashi gets out of it.
Lands on his
Tanahashi. Oh, swings and a miss! A straight kick to the head by Ibushi. Tanahashi's down and out. He might have just got knocked out.
Oh, yeah, and now Ibushi, I think, signaling for the top rope. I don't know if I agree with that at all, though.
No. You need to go for the pin right now. He might be knocked out on cold.
No, Ibushi wants to end this with style. It's not about style points, kid. Think about this.
Phoenix splash completely. Tanahashi rolls out of the way. Both men, though, are still down. I'm telling you, that kick to the head, he might have been able to pick up the win after that if he could have just swallowed his pride, not tried to be flashy, and just gone for the pin.
Yeah, I mean, it's not about style points in G1 Climax. It's all about the win.
And I think this is Kota Ibushi's first G1 as well, so that's something that he's going to have to learn over time.
Exactly, and here's my thing, Ash. I mean, I'm not angry with Ibushi, but I mean, seriously, he didn't have the sense of urgency that you think a man in his position.
Oh, the Pele to the top rope!
Good God, what a Pele!
Kota Ibushi is in great position right now for a top rope Frankensteiner.
Oh, and I think he may be thinking that. He may be thinking that.
And he did. He hit it. Cover. 1, 2, and Tanahashi kicks out.
Oh, and Ibushi getting frustrated, but he can't let the frustration consume him. Good God, that Frankensteiner, and he went right into the cover. You can't fault Ibushi for that one. That cover was as quick as it could be given the circumstances, but Tanahashi's still so resilient.
Yeah, really. Tanahashi, I'm telling you, man, like I said, he's a marathon runner.
And now Ibushi picking up Tanahashi by the hair here.
Oh, looks like Ibushi wants a last ride.
Oh, but Tanahashi's stuffing it, buckling the knees there.
I don't know if he's stuffing it so much as he's just dead weight and Ibushi needs to deadlift him because he's just completely unconscious. No! Tanahashi into the neck breaker. The swinging neck breaker.
Beautiful neck breaker there by Tanahashi. Let's see what he can follow it up with. Oh, there's going to be another sling blade.
No. Pele! He caught the freaking foot.
He caught it.
He caught it. What's he going to do? Oh, dragon screw! The opposite direction, though. Good Lord.
God. Yeah, I think Ibushi's done here. Oh, and no! Slaps
to the face.
Good
really
God.
Stiff, too.
Ibushi out to prove himself. Oh!
From Hashi as well.
Oh, Tanahashi
catches him. Dragon suplex into a bridge. 1, 2. Oh, he's kicked out. Ibushi kicked out of it.
Tanahashi going to the top rope. Could be another high fly flow.
Definitely going for another high fly flow.
He's gonna hit it. He does.
He hit it.
Hit it. 1, 2, 3.
There it is. Tanahashi with the win. What a freaking match, though. That was excellent.
What a game effort by Kota Ibushi.
Yeah,
it took everything.
Really, really fun match. Kota Ibushi, I think it's exactly like I said, man. He took Tanahashi to the limit. That was the New Japan version of Cesaro Cena, man. That was a great match. Tanahashi had to win in the end, but Kota Ibushi, do not take anything away from this guy because he is an absolute stud right now.
Absolutely, and there are still plenty more matches, as we've been emphasizing for the rest of the losers in night 1. I have no doubt that Kota Ibushi can bounce back from this, but the question remains, I mean, that leg got picked apart so ruthlessly. How is that going to affect Ibushi's remaining G1 Climax experience?
That is the big question, because you have to wonder if that's going to have any kind of long-term effects, or if they're just literally just going to... Japan has this super healing ability, and that's why nobody in Japan ever ages either.
Well, I'll tell you what, Tanahashi, AJ Styles, Tenzan, and Naito, and Makabe, all winners here on night 1.
Yep. 5 men with wins on their scorecard, and another 5 with losses.
Absolutely. And you see now Ibushi getting up to his feet, meeting Tanahashi, and I think they tried to go for an embrace and a show of respect. Tanahashi, I think, is going to help
Tanahashi almost protective of Ibushi, you notice.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Ibushi's got nothing to be...
You did good, kid.
Yeah. Now rolling out of the ring, showing respect to the veteran, giving him his time in the spotlight, but Ibushi has got nothing to be ashamed of, folks. That was a game effort. I mean, he fought the damn thing practically on one leg for the remainder of the matchup.
Yep.
But I mean...
Anytime Tanahashi goes after that leg, man, he just puts it away.
You know, we commend so many guys for their in-ring psychology and then their tactical nature, but Tanahashi, I think, schooled everybody because he never let up on that leg. And especially in the most integral moments of the match, Tanahashi was just so precise and like scalpel-like precision with that leg and the offensive maneuvers by Tanahashi. I think he even earned a little bit of my respect with just how committed he was with his game plan.
Yeah, those dragon screws are game changers because he hits one and it tweaks your knee. He hits another one and it becomes a pattern, man.
Yeah, I mean, God knows what Ibushi's knee even feels or looks like or anything like that. And he's got to wrestle the rest of the G1 Climax that way.
Yeah. I'm assuming that, there's a solid, I don't know, half hour or so left on this show. I'm assuming it's going to be mostly just Tanahashi air guitaring his ass off.
Yeah, I mean, I would certainly feel the same way. And
yeah, he's teasing it right now. So, guys, we're going to close it out right now. Hopefully you enjoyed our first ever J1 Climax live reaction / live commentary. And we will see you for our Monday Night Raw review tonight. TwitWow is on its way.